Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is a champion, but he said, growing up, I never thought about titles. I just wanted to be the best player I could be. When I got to the league, I was listening to all the noise and it was taking control of my mind. For me, mentally, I have to just focus on my craft. Guys, the results have flown since then.
Clearly. David, thank you. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Grayson Allen.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. And forward, they have Middleton and Giannis. Holiday out there with Allen, and it's Portis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And looking at the Nets, they've got Kyrie Irving. Andre Drummond is out there with Durant. Then it's Curry. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. And this game, Clark, a battle for playoff positioning, a lot riding on the outcome.
Yeah, and you will not see any load management tonight, Kevin. I think both of these teams will be fully loaded and going after it tonight.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee.
Check 3.
Outside, out of Kumbo. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Few better than Giannis completing the play. Incredible strength, plus excellent agility.
And Greg, Giannis is such a handful on the offensive end. You know, teams have no choice but to foul him.
And it is hard because Giannis knows how to create contact, and refs have started to give him the benefit of the doubt. He'll be getting double-digit free throw attempts for a long time.
Middleton the pass to Giannis. Allen outside. Just 5 on the clock. After the Kumbo, no good. Now Irving, looking at his numbers right now, averaging 27 points a game. Here's KD. The kick out to Irving. Drummond sets the screen for Irving. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Brown missing. Middleton against Durant. They get it again, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Milwaukee ball.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Giannis.
Excellent coverage from Durant. Able to guard multiple positions due to his size, athleticism, and length.
And the Nets miss again.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Allen's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Irving against Holiday. Curry kicks to Irving. Drummond with a screen on Holiday. Irving attacking, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Boy, he's got outstanding balance. Kyrie Irving is so good at converting through contact. For a little guy, he's one of the best I've seen.
And when it comes to handling the rock, Irving is second to none.
Greg, could not agree with you more. He is special in the highest form of special. Great ball handling skills, finishing ability with both hands. I don't know if I've seen a better finisher under 6'3" in the history of the league. You might have somebody in mind, but nobody's been better than Kyrie Irving, finishing and getting it done with his hands.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. passes to Drummond. Nets passing it around, and they take the lead.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
The Bucks, they won their last contest that game against Philadelphia. There's the lob at Kumbo, and Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Durant with a screen on Holiday. Irving kicks to Brown.
Last 2 minutes to play. First quarter.
Pass to KD. For the three. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Focus, intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
It's a t-shirt bonanza. I'm telling you, we get t-shirts for everybody, but we only give them out to the loudest fans. You want one? Let's go. And your Brooklyn Nets.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The later we get in the season, the hotter these teams have gotten. Your shooting leader since the All-Star break in the NBA. In third, the Nets. Fifth best, the Bucks.
And it's been a disciplined approach from both of these clubs offensively since the midseason. I mean, they're really getting good looks at the basket every possession, and you can see it's become a point of emphasis.
Holiday, and the layup falls.
So many different ways that Holiday can beat you because he's got great length and size for a guard, and that allows him not to be afraid to mix it up inside.
Good on the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Ibaka. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Ibaka with the screen on Thomas. Here's Nora. Off target with his three. Brooklyn leading by 3. The baseline jam. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Holiday with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Takes a step back. Offensive rebound. Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Outside Dragic. And the pass to Mills from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
When you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
And that one's good by Aldridge.
So effective in these screen and roll situations. Aldridge excels at taking what the defense gives.
Here's Holiday, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's Aldridge. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, continuity is such an advantage, and that is something that Giannis has with the Bucks.
You see the goal right now, real well. We run plays over and over again. Our offense is not complicated. I know what I got to fight for. I know as a team what we're looking for. So right now I can see a lot of plays.
And he's clearly a capable decision maker with the ball in his hands.
And his length, not just an asset finishing, but also finding angles to set up his teammates.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
So with Holiday sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Giannis and Portis, the lengthy post pair for him. And the wings for him, Matthews and Middleton. And it's Connaughton in at the 1 spot. And the Bucks making a change here. Allen's checked in. That shot by Griffin, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. 4-point game.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
Brown, good.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Matthews scanning the floor. Giannis outside. Driving the lane, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Allen. He's coming off a 10-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. And a wide-open look for Portis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
Now, Giannis. Following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. It'll go, and the Nets' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Matthews. Matthews against Irving. Outside Curry. The three buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Nets.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Irving looking over the floor. Outside Curry. Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Griffin sets the screen for Irving. And Griffin scores. The assist by Irving. Now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
All right, everybody. Who wants the defense? Bang. Your Brooklyn Nets.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch for us lefties going forward. I have no doubt he'll make us proud.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets leading by 6. Outside Durant. Driving to the basket. Count it. KD's got 5.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Here's Norrell after the made shot from KD. Ibaka outside. Back to Holiday. And they get it. And Holiday throws it down.
Well, he's like an eel slipping into the paint. Drew Holiday glides past the other guys and gets himself right to the bucket.
Now here's Dragic. 9 points last game out. KD dishes to Dragic. Passes it to Johnson. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside Dragic. Outside KD. And the Nets, another three.
Right back at you. Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with a three of his own.
Spins. Here's Holiday. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Clearly caught him off guard with that move. Not the guy you'd expect to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully there.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nets lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome. First up, let's look at the two guys who are each leading their respective teams through the first half. And this matchup has been every bit as good as advertised. Just take it from Shaq. I mean, he's the king of advertisements.
Stay tuned, folks. Don't change that dial.
But what about during the commercials?
Definitely not.
And now we turn our attention back to the first half. What a performance by Kevin Durant.
He's hot as like a fire that spreads. Oh, he's so hot it's a fire right here on the desk. He's determined. He's relentless. Hey, give me a fire extinguisher. And before you know it, torched.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Drew Holiday getting it done today.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Durant is out there with Bruce Brown. And there's Seth Curry. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the Nets 5.
If you look at the leaders in rebounding, it's almost a sure thing that Drummond's name is going to be near the top of that list. That's the kind of impact on the boards he's made over his career.
And Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
I tell you what, he clearly is one of the best players in the league who does not get the same kind of gas that other guys do. But there's no better all-around guard in the NBA than Drew Holiday.
Knocks down the three ball. KD's got 11 points. And Greg, when it comes to players who've led the league in rebounding, very few have done it as many times as Drummond.
And of the guys that have done it more than twice, like Andre, I've got some good news for us. Every one of them is either in the Hall of Fame or soon will be.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Now here's Giannis. 11 points in the game. Middleton outside. The Bucks working the ball around. Fade away. Clock at 4. Portis can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Stolen by Allen. Back to Antetokounmpo. No good there. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Outside Curry. The three from KD. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks trail by 5. Floats it up for Giannis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Now here's Irving. Takes it inside, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
So for the Nets, Aldridge comes in for Drummond, and Thomas subbed in for Brown.
Kevin, I don't think we can overstate how big a deal it was for Holiday to come to the Bucks. I mean, this team went after him hard, and you can see why. He's such a terrific all-around player and a great leader as well.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
When Aldridge is in the neighborhood, you've got to be careful shooting it. I mean, proving there that he's capable of blocking shots.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Curry with it. Picked up by Portis. Aldridge. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Holiday was a hot name when he went on the trading block. Bucks paid the big price to get him.
And I think trading for him helped secure Giannis long-term, quite honestly. He really does complement this roster.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Johnson, he's checked in for Durant. Mills comes in for Curry, and it's Dragic in for Irving. Now, here is Ibaka. No points in the game yet for him. Lock at 6. Here's Connaughton. A rebound by the Nets.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here is Aldridge, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Drew Holiday's checked in for Matthews. Bucks trail by 7. 1:04 left here in the third quarter. Down low, here's Ibaka. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Second shot opportunity. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Griffin looking around. The 3 from Mills. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Nets lead by 10.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Good on the shot.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
6-second difference between the shot and game plan. And Thomas, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thomas got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Holiday up top, covered by Mills. It's deflected. From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Longtime teammates Middleton and Giannis, the forwards. Allen is out there with Holiday, and it's Portis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Tonight, we're seeing what Holiday's capable of. He's a total team guy, wants to set up other people, but he can also carry the offensive load if called upon.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Bucks trail by 10. Giannis kicks to Holiday. Back to Giannis. It's good.
You know, when Giannis is being this aggressive on offense, he can be really hard to stop. The defense needs to make an adjustment.
Here's Durant. Here's Drummond. Great D that time from Portis.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Curry. This is to Drummond. KD a screen on Portis. It's Drummond with the drive. Three-pointer, and there's KD. That's good on the assist by Drummond. And the Nets lead by 11.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Giannis with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Giannis outside. Pass to Middleton. Hits it from three-point range. Middleton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Now here's Durant. The kick out to Irving. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Bucks.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Andre Drummond.
For your next.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing here by 8. The drive by Giannis. To the paint. Outside Holiday. Giannis a screen on Irving. The shot by Holiday, no good.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And again, the Bucks miss. Nets leading by 8.
Last 2 minutes to play. 4th quarter.
There's the pass to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 8th assist here tonight.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc. Boy, Durant did a nice job, created space for that shot.
Giannis against KD. Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And with Giannis, a little power goes a long way, getting him past the contact and to a shot.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Irving's shot is good.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Bucks trail by 10. Allen with it. Pass to Giannis. Fades away. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Brooklyn.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level
that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And this will make it 31 victories for them on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for KD.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
First team foul.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, KD barred the door.
KD, a screen on Allen. Back to Durant for three. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Portis can't get it to go. Now, here is Irving. Aldridge's screen. Irving passes to Aldridge. Drops in the layup for two. And now it's an 11-point Nets lead.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Katie, what was the big thing to secure this win?
I like how active we were on the defensive side of the ball to start the game. We made shots tonight, and it's always good when you make shots. It brings more energy into the building, and I'm glad we got a W.
You earned it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.